All right, folks, welcome back. We are going to start the next round of our game of Doom the board game here. We have just finished up the first round with the invaders and the Marines finishing up, so we are going to set up. The next thing we do is we go into the status phase, as you see here. And the first part of the status phase is we prepare the initiative deck. Okay, so as we said before, we keep the 4 Marines. So we'll have the 4 of them, but we're only going to go down to 1 invader card now because the only thing left on the board are the imps since we've knocked out the possessed soldiers. So we will stack all those up again. Are you going to stack? There we go. Sometimes these extra little bits along the side of the board, like these trays that people have added in here, can be a little bit ticky when you're trying to get the cards to stack. But there we go. All right, so the initiative cards are set up for the next round. Said things aren't looking so hot for the invader player because we got a 20% chance. There's a good possibility that at least 2 or 3 of these Marines will go before the imps have a chance to move. Okay, if we ready the exhausted demon card here now, since we used the imp last time, we will turn him upright to let him know that he is ready again. Next up, we have cleared all the things. We used up 5 cards last time, so the invader player gets to draw another 5 to fill his hand up. He always got the 6, so we are going to fill that one back up. We have also cleaned up all of the Marine cards out there. There we go. All right. All the Marine cards that they used have been taken over here and put into their discard deck. So Alpha gets 1 to go with his quick shot and his shotgun maneuver. What's he going to get? A double-barreled blast. Okay. Next up, we've got Bravo. And Bravo, remember, he gets to draw to a hand of 4 as part of his ability as the squad captain. He's got the +1 hand size. So we've got a magnum shot. We've got an unload, and he's got a quick shot. Okay. Over here, Charlie. Charlie burned through all of his cards on that round. Way to go, Charlie. Good use of time and efficiency there. So we've got a 3-round burst, a double barrel blast, and up close and personal. And finally, over here, Delta. Delta only ran through 1 action, so they'll still have their armor up. They'll still have the quick shot, so it's nice that they have armor. We saw how armor worked whenever you pulled it as a defense card when you were being attacked. Remember, we had the character over there that got attacked, pulled up an armor, and got 3 shields of defense. Now that we've got one in our hand, we'll be able to show you, if they get attacked, how that functions. So they got another quick shot. Ooh, Delta is not in a good position. Delta has no movement this turn at all. That's not so hot. Okay. That's not too hot at all. Everybody else got movement? Ooh, just barely. Bravo's only got the 1 movement card. And Alpha's only got the 1 movement card. So as you see, there is kind of the luck factor sometimes to what you draw out in your hand and what abilities it gives you. Okay, we're going to go move on over to the invader side, and we'll see you over there in just a second, and we'll get this round going. Okay, let's look at the activation deck here. Take the top one off, flip it over, and see Delta. Delta is going to get to go first. So let's swing on over here to Delta. Oh, and by the way, I'd forgotten at the beginning of the phase, Delta also draws a glory card if they don't have one. We had used it up last time, so I did draw another one here. And it is, once again, another killer instinct. So same one we had last time. Discard the card to re-roll any number of dice. So Delta will have a free re-roll. And Delta has nothing that they can do. Delta has no movement. Delta is green, has no movement. They're way back here. Remember, not Charlie, but Bravo has the ability to burn cards and give other people movement. Where is Bravo? Bravo is a little bit further ahead. What kind of actions does Bravo have? He has a 3-round burst, which you perform that attack, you discard 1 card from your hand and re-roll a die. He has the Magnum Shot. So after a hostile figure performs an attack, you can play it targeting that figure. That's a reactive one, as you see there. Unload, which allows us to have 2 attacks. And a quick shot, which gives us an extra attack. So he has a heck of a lot more options as far as combat goes than Delta does. Delta's just got 2 quick shots regardless. So basically 2 shots with his pistol. So even if we gave him enough movement to get up here, which, let's see, could we do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if we gave him enough to get up here, he still wouldn't be in range. The darkness has wore off, so that's good. The darkness has wore off. So it looks like Delta is not going to be able to do anything this turn. That is unfortunate. Poor luck there. Poor luck indeed. Okay. I'm going to go take a look over here. What have we got going on? Oh, that's the other thing. I need to see about whether I'm going to use any Argent Power. You have to decide that before you start drawing those cards. I've decided I'm not this turn. I am going to save up Argent Power and cards and all for whenever they open these doors here, because there's a couple of cards I want to do. One is Ambush. Ambush here is at the beginning of the activation phase. You look at the top 3 cards of the initiative deck. That's the one over here that tells who moves, and you arrange them in any order. So you open up the door, and I will be able to arrange the demons. I can get all the demons set up to move before the Marines get any chance to do anything. So that's a card we're going to hang on to. We got 2 Explosive Blasts, which are used to target, the non-adjacent figures. We got Demonic Speed, a Hellish Power, which is good, and a Crippling Strike. So we may use some of these this coming turn. We'll see how the cards and the dice fall out. So that is Delta's turn. He does not get to do anything this time. Sorry, Delta. Next up is Alpha. Alpha has got, I said, a couple of options. He's got the Shotgun Maneuver, which after we resolve it, you can play another Combat Shotgun card, but don't have any other Combat Shotgun cards. Double Barrel Blast. That can do 2 attacks, so that's a possibility. We're going to see what range that Imp is in. Alpha is sitting right here, and that's a range of 3, 1, 2, 3. So he can't use that one at all. And a quick shot. I'm thinking I'm going to move up with that, blast the Imp with the Shotgun Maneuver, and then use my quick shot. I'm thinking that is the best way of doing this. So let's use the Shotgun Maneuver first, since that's the only one that gives us movement. It's going to give us 4 speed, and then we'll have a 4 range. And we want the 4 range for the quick shot as well. So we're going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4. So these first 2 are both within the range of both the quick shot and the combat shotgun. So we're going to do the Shotgun Maneuver. So it will be a red die and a black die against the Imp in the front. That way we won't have any cover from that position. Okay, so a red die and a black die. Let's see how we do here. And we've got 3. Okay. Any of these defensive? I don't believe so. So 3 points at this. None of the Imps have taken any points of damage. Whoops, not the invasion card. Let's pull this one. What did he get? 2. Okay, so that Imp takes 1 point of damage. We'll throw the 1 up there. Oh, Lord, I'm knocking everything over. Apparently, I don't have auto lift on those little number things. I really need to put it on there. All right, let's get you right over here. So only 1 point of damage. That is a little rough. I think Bravo was here. I will check it before. No, Bravo went right there. That's right, because I remember he was standing on that door. So that's where Bravo. You're there. You're there. Okay, we've done 1 point of damage to that imp. Not that much, but he is staggered. Remember that. Um, whoop, hit the wrong damn one again. We want Alt and that. There he goes. You see that one underneath his hilt mean he is staggered now. So if we could move up and move into his space, we could do a glory kill on him, get 2 points of damage back, and a glory kill card. However, we don't have. Do we have movement? Okay, folks, we've had to do a little bit of a rewind here. I had played through the rest of this turn, had taken out all the imps. I was sitting here, Alpha had turned into Schwarzenegger and Commando. I was sitting here and go, okay, he's got 3 movement points left. So I had him go 1, 2, and 3, glory kill that imp, get 2 points back, and then use his quick shot on this imp, take him down to a point, glory killed him, came over here, got the shot, got the rocket launcher. It was just awesome. However, he does still have 3 movement points left from that combat maneuver there, but it'll cost 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, moving into a space with an enemy costs 2 points, so he does not have enough to move on up there. So we've also made a mistake with Delta, but we'll come back to him. We'll let him move next. We'll come back to him at the end of this. So Alpha does not have, I mean, he's got the movement, and we'll probably go ahead and move him up. So 1, 2, and 3. Use the rest of his movement. Get out of the way of everybody. Now he is going to use his quick shot, I think. Yeah, he is going to use his quick shot. He has got a range of 4. He's got 2. Are we right? Yep. And when he's within 2 spaces, he can change 1 die to any face. So we're guaranteed a 2. So he's going to move up there. We're guaranteed a 2. So he is going to shoot at. If I go there, yeah, he is going to shoot at that imp. We're guaranteed a 2. All we need is to get 1 on the other dice because we get to set one of these to anything. I'm going to set this one to a 2. So we're going to roll this one and see what we get. And another 2. So he has done 4 points to damage to that second imp there. Okay, let's see how much that imp is able to deflect of it. He deflects 1. So he's done 3 points of damage to that imp. So that imp is no more. Boom, he is out of there. Okay, so we're going to give Alpha credit for another kill here. He will get his imp. That leaves an imp up front with only 1 point of damage. Now, this is a main, so we can't do that one. So he is not going to get a bunch of glory kills. He is not going to get the rocket launcher this turn. So let us go ahead. We're going to put these here. There's nothing else he can do, right? Nothing else he can do. I'm looking at that sprint there, but since it's a main action and he's already done one, he can't do that either. Okay, so let's come back over here and look at Delta again. Now, Delta, we had originally skipped him at the beginning because we said he didn't have any movement cards. However, all Marines have this ability here to sprint. As you say, discard 1 card from your hand and you get 6 movement points. This is, as you see, it is a main action. It's got the little pointy. It's got the, whoops, there we go. It's got the little pointy emblem right next to sprint, which means it's a main action. So we couldn't do that and then a main action. But we've got 2 bonus actions. We've got 2 quick shots up here. So what we will do, I'm going to hang on to the armor because it's a good protective ability. If we get up here and the imps attack him, That is a good thing to have in his hand, and it's also a good thing to have in his hand if we manage to take out these two imps and we get around to opening the doors. So I'm going to hang on to the armor. So I will go ahead and move the quick shot, and we're going to discard that, and that is going to give him 6 points. Now this is why I couldn't do it over here for Alpha. Alpha had already used his, I think, a combat maneuver, a shotgun maneuver. Is that correct? Let me see which one it was. Quick shot. Yeah, see, Alpha had already used a shotgun maneuver, which, as you see by the pointy arrow, is a main action. So I was thinking about moving him up, spending this one, and moving him over somewhere else with another 6, but sprint is a main action. So you can't do sprint and another action like that. But you can do it with the bonuses. So we have given Delta 6 points now. So he is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to move him 6 like this. I'll move him 6 like that because he still has 2 people to come up. And I don't want him in the line of fire. I don't want him sitting over here just like Alpha. I didn't want Alpha over here blocking their line of sight. I don't want him blocking the line of sight of anyone to come up either. So that will allow him to do his shots and to keep the lane clear for the next people to take their turns. Now, looking at what Delta has here in his hand, he has the quick shot. That's what we are going to use to actually attack from now. Hopefully, we won't have to use this armor. It's good to have the armor. It's nice to have that reactive ability there. If the imps decide to shoot at them, or especially if we come around, if we wipe out these imps and then go to move to open the doors, I would really like to have the armor sitting in his hand here. So we're going to use the quick shot, and let us also remember that Delta has a glory card. So I never pulled it back over here, did I? Nope. I never grabbed one at the start of the assessment, the activation. So we've got, okay, it's the exact same type that we had last time, Killer Instinct. So you can discard this card to re-roll any number of dice. Because remember, he is Vanguard and he pulls a glory kill. It doesn't give him hit points, but it gives him the ability. So we have got a free re-roll here if we need it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the quick shot. Quick shot's going to give us 2 red dice. So we are going to put those out here. I am going to shoot at the imp that has the 1 hit point. I hope we don't have to burn the armor to get a reroll, but if we do, we'll see how it goes. And 2. He's only got 2 hit points in 2, but he's almost certain to defend against part of it. I'm going to go ahead and burn the armor. We're going to roll the blank. There, 3. You know, we only had a 1 in 6 chance of getting another blank. So we've done 3 points to the imp. Let's see how much he is going to defend against. He is going to defend against 2 of that. So we have only done 1 point to that imp. So that imp is going, let's get rid of the 1. Bring it over here. Get rid of it. And we will put a 2 marker over there next to him now. So that was good. If we had not re-rolled that other die, if we had not burned the armor and re-rolled the other die, we would have done no damage whatsoever to that imp. So it's time to get rid of the glory kill card here. And we have still got a 2-point imp and a full imp sitting on the board. Fortunately, we still have 2 Marines who still haven't taken their turn yet, but we need to make sure we clean up Delta's hand here. So we are going to take the discards and we're going to throw them over here on the discard deck. and we are going to throw out the next 3. And we need to do that for Alpha across there as well. That's something I haven't been doing at the end of their turn. When their turn is done and the activation's moving on to the next person, you get rid of all the cards they've used and you hand out 3 more, or however many it takes to get up to 3, or in the case of Bravo over there, 4, to get their hand back up to full size. That way they have, if there's any defensive things, like if an armor would have come up here, we would have had a defensive ability with that armor that would have popped up. So we want to make sure we take care of that. So we are going to zoom over here to Alpha and do the same thing with him. We got rid of his 2 cards, but we forgot to deal out the next 2. So we have reposition and we have armor. Okay, that was good. Our draw deck is empty, so we take the discards now, shuffle them up, and move them back over here. So we've got a new deck going on. Okay, back over here. Delta's done. So now we're going back over here to Bravo, because wasn't he our next one? We had Delta, we had Alpha. Now you see, this is where having things messed up here had screwed me up. Charlie, yeah, Bravo. There we go. Bravo was the next one. I've got this set up for the next turn. Like I said, I've had to rewind and replay it. So actually, Bravo is the next one to go. We've done Alpha. We have done Delta came first. So Delta has gone. And then we had Alpha. And then we drew a Bravo card. And then we realized we had to go back and do Delta again. So we've gotten finished Delta. Now we're going to do Bravo. So hope that isn't too confusing. I just had to go back and give Delta his turn because we forgot about the sprint ability. So Bravo, who's sitting right over here at the door, has got a chance of coming around now. Let's see what his cards are. The only thing that he's got that will let him move is the 3-round burst. And his abilities are to give movement to other people. So that's not going to help us any. So he is going to play the 3-round burst. That will give him a speed of 3 and a range of 6 with 3 red dice. So we will give him his speed of 3. And he will go 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both of them are in range. Now that he is up there, he has a quick shot as well. And the quick shot does 2 dice and within 4. So I'm thinking we will use his 3-round burst against the M in the back, and then he can use his quick shot against the imp in the front and hopefully take him out. So a 3-round burst, he performs this attack and he can discard 1 card from the hand to reroll 1 die. So we get a reroll if we want to discard one of our 4. And remember, he has an extra 1 in his hand. So we've got the 6 range, we've got 3 red dice. I would imagine with the blanks on the red dice, we may very well be re-rolling one of these. So there should be 2 reds over here. Yep, game comes with 4 reds. So let's roll the 3 reds. And let's see what we get. We're rolling against the undamaged imp in the back. And it is, we've got a 1 and a blank. I am going to discard the arm, which one am I going to drop? It's going to be one of these 2 mains, or the main and the reactive. I'm going to discard the unload since I cannot use it. It's another main. You can't use 2 mains. And we're going to keep the reactive in case we need to use it. We're still got the quick shot that we're hoping to use against the one in the front. So we're going to re-roll, and that is discard and roll. Is it just 1 die? Re-roll 1 die. Okay. So we're going to have to keep the 1. We're going to re-roll the blank. We've got a 5/6 chance of getting something better than it. 2. There we go. We've got 5. 5 against that imp back there. He has got 3 armor points. Let us see how well he defends himself. None. He got absolutely no defense. We did all 5 points to that imp. A quick interjection here to correct a mistake. Since we're firing at the back imp, the imp in front actually gives the back imp cover. So he has cover. We should and could have drawn another card. Since it was blank, I would have drawn another card to see if that imp defended against it. However, I'm not going to go back and correct that at this time. And that's due to the fact that I've already rewound and replayed this particular turn about 2 times now to correct mistakes. This mistake will stand. It's not a vital one. We're just going to say that I decided not to pull and use the cover because they're just cannon fodder after all. So I am going to give Bravo here an imp kill. He is on the board now. And we will take this imp off the board, and he will be going back into the baggie over there. Okay, so we're doing good there. Now, Bravo, he's still within a range of 3, so he should be able to pull off a quick shot now. Quick shot doesn't give you any movement, but it has the 4 range. And two red dice. Let's get the 2 red dice. We only need to do 1 point of damage to this beastie. Move that one back over here. Let's roll the 2 reds. This is why I like the Vegas games too. It's just so nice rolling dice. I don't understand the people who dislike it. Okay, we have got 2 points against him. Let us see if this imp is able to dodge any of it. There we go. See? No defenses here. No specials, no nothing. Like I said, there are a few in there. So this imp took the 2 points, and he is taken off the board. We only needed 1 to take him out. So he is out of there. Let's get rid of this. Delete it off the thing. We are going to give Bravo another kill for another credit for the kill there. He has now got 2 imps. Still no one with any glory kills. But he has got his 2. I'm going to take these 3. We will take them. Whoop. Put them in the discard pile here. There we go. And since his turn is over with, he will deal out his next 2 cards. He has got another Scoped Burst. He has got another Quick Shot. And he actually gets a hand of 4, doesn't he? Another Quick Shot, another Scoped Burst. He got the Magnum. And we have exhausted his deck. And he is going to have an armor. So let's draw the redraw deck. Let's throw it over here. And we're ready for another deck there. Okay, all the imps are off the board now. So very good. We've still got 2 health packs. We've still got this rocket launcher over here. We are going to end this mission right here now. I am going to start editing it and putting together. Make sure I've not made any more mistakes and don't have to do any more rewinds here. I've had to rewind twice now because of various mistakes that I made. The initial one of him, Alpha, having too many points and doing all this glory killing. And then I accidentally decided to give him a sprint and have him come over here and take this med kit and healed up. Well, can't do a sprint because he had already done a main action. So I had to rewind all of that replay too. So I think everyone has been rewound to where they need to be. I hope so. So I'm going to put this together. When we come back, we will be seeing if we can move these people around, do what they need to do to get ready. I'm thinking I'm going to have 2 come through this door and 2 come through that door. We're going to see how it is. I know that these 2 places are going to spawn as soon as they open the doors. I don't know what's going to spawn there. This play has gone on long enough that I don't remember. Let's see, all the imps are off the board, so let me go ahead and flip that. We have no active. I don't remember what is on the card here, what is on the invasion card. So I don't know. I know there are imps there, but I don't know what other kind. Remember, we've got imps, we've got possessed soldiers, and we've got whatever these two are. And I've forgotten what they are. It's been long enough. So we will see how this goes. So anyway, we're going to play through that part next time. One of the downside parts to it is that you can't just move. I mean, you could house rule and you could just move the soldiers around, leave the cards in their hand as it is. I'm thinking if you wanted to house rule it, there's no monsters, no demons on the board. Move the soldiers where you want them to be to get them all set up and all. That would be a house rule. The other thing would be you would have to burn cards out of your hand to actually to actually give them movement points to move along. That it seems ticky and fiddly and all to go, well, if you want to move, you're going to have to play a 4 and move, 4 points to get this and then discard that. And then you can't move again because you've already done a main action. That seems real fiddly and ticky and everything. However, it also cycles through your cards again. Is it fair? Let's say you've got 3 real high damage things here. Is it fair to the invader person to go, well, you should have burned up those high action cards to be able to move around and put them back in your deck and had some other thing? Because remember, here I'm playing against myself, but in that instance, you're playing against another person. And it's really, how fair is it to that other person if you're not burning up the cards that you really want to keep in your hand in order to move around? You would have to if there were imps on the board. So I'm going to have to sit and think about what I want to do with that. Do I want to house rule it because we're doing the tutorial, or do I want to play it out that way? We'll see. I'll let you know at the beginning of the next episode. Thanks for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed our little blast with the Marines taking out the rest of the imps here. And we are going to, when we come back, be grabbing that rocket launcher, be grabbing at least one of these health kits, heal ourselves up, get ourselves ready at the doors, and get ready to go into this next room and see what's going to pop out to hurt us in. We'll see you then. Thanks for coming along, and bye-bye.